If Stephen Hawking cheated, all men can cheat. Say single modern women.
And he always cheated.
Okay, so the point that some women are making is, if a man in a wheelchair who spoke through a machine can cheat on his woman, any man is capable of cheating on a woman. Now, with the recent releasing of a list, the list we all know about, and the names on said list, one of many names caught a few people off guard. One name including Stephen Hawking himself.
Love me.
It's like, what's he even gonna do? Assimilation. It's not funny. None of it's funny. It's actually quite dark, but it's like, what's going on here? So the point again has come up of him being a cheater anyway. He cheated on his wife with his nurse. So women use him as an example of, you can't trust any man, because even a man that can't do anything will find a way to do something.
Cheater.
Interesting.
You know what's so crazy to me? Stephen Hawking cheated on his wife, okay? Which actually is kind of iconic and one of my favorite fun facts of all time. He couldn't walk or talk.
Yeah,
He was still wheeling around picking up spare coochie. Just fucking typing DTF in his keyboard, question mark.
I'm picking up spare coochie.
You are mine.
I'll be honest, I'm trying not to laugh.
Spare coochie.
I've been trying not to laugh since I started the video because I'm grown. I don't know if I'm telling you or telling myself. I'm grown. Assimilation. But wheeling around picking up spare coochie. Always on the move. Some would say he was in his Optimus Prime era.
Roll out.
You know, just rolling out, picking up new coochie and rolling out. DTF, auto thoughts, let's roll out. Interesting. So women are saying that because a man that had to literally type into a keyboard because he couldn't talk.
Typing DTF in his keyboard, question.
And he couldn't walk. And I mean, what else could he do? Like, we don't even want to know. The point is, a man of that disability was still able to cheat on his woman. He could have been running through women. Sorry, wheeling. Come on. He could have been wheeling through women rapidly, wheel spinning through women, but no one would be none the wiser. Why?
I can't walk, I can't hump.
Why? Because he's Stephen Hawking. He has the mind, but not the body, as some would assume.
These hoes need me, you hear me?
But even a man in a wheelchair was still slinging knob. How? How? Some would say with mechanical aid. Look, we don't even want to know. The point is... You are mine! Women are trying to use him as an example to not trust any man at all. Because given the opportunity, even a man that can barely move would still try to smash anything, would still try to wheel his way through as many women as possible.
And he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein and went to his island. So, but my point is, he was a piece of shit. Why didn't anyone ever push him down a flight of stairs?
Wow, that's evil. That is evil. For going to the island, yeah, you could say that. Some people would say this is how he turned up at the island. I have no idea who made this clip, but you are going to hell, and you're going to see Stephen Hawking there.
The first thought I had, like, especially when I heard about him cheating on his wife, I like, okay, so then why didn't he ever get pushed down a flight of stairs? I'm confused.
Wow.
Not even over. Just, he would just...
Look. For going to the island, yeah, throw him out a plane. But come on, for cheating on his wife, look. For lack of better words, you know, his wife may have not been busting it open properly for him.
Disgusting.
She could have not been putting out for him. With a man of such a mind, who's constantly thinking of giant black holes... You'd have to think this man may have an affinity. He's constantly calculating the science of giant black holes.
That's fucking ridiculous.
So imagine for a second his wife was not putting out, not giving him a worldly example of a
Big heart, fat pum pum.
for lack of better words, black hole, busting it open for him, basically, as he's wheeling up to his wife's coochie. Now, if she was not giving him draws, if he was not getting her draw stuck in his wheels, I mean, why wouldn't he not look for another woman to get her draw stuck in his wheels? You know? Why wouldn't he roll up to new coochie?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That feels so good.
If the collapsed star of a coochie he has at home is not putting out.
Spit in my mouth.
I'm just saying. Allegedly, am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm being theoretical.
He would just, I would have put a rocket to the back of his chair and put him against
Really?
traffic. Don't play with me, Steve. I know though that the woman he married was a good person, because if he married the type of bitch who would push him down a flight of stairs, she would have never even let him have a female nurse.
Damn.
But guess who else spoke about this?
Stephen Hawking, he cheated on his wife, but he couldn't even talk. He had a wheelchair, and he had to move his eyeballs to type on a keyboard. And he still cheated with his nurse and ended up marrying her and divorcing his wife and can't even talk. So if you say, you don't man cheat, go read Stephen Hawking's story or watch his movie and see what had happened.
Of course. The modern woman overlord herself.
Sprinkle.
The Dark Empress.
You can't even talk. You have to move your eyeballs left and right to type on a keyboard. You gotta use your tongue, your chin to make your scooter go. And you still cheat. He had an opportunity. That nurse said, look left if you won't see it. Look right if you don't. He looked at left.
All right, look. The simple point is, Stephen Hawking was famous, all right? Famous, disabled man. He had the opportunity to cheat and to look.
He looked at left.
If he wanted to see and roll over to the coochie. He was in a position too. He had status and the money and the nurse, okay? So he had the access that could lead to his excess. Every man can't do that.
Nope.
Every man in a wheelchair out there can't be running through women. Sorry. Wheeling through women. Wheeling, skidding, drifting through women like Stephen Hawking could.
I know how to talk dirty to the ladies.
Okay? He doesn't need slick tires. He's skating through women.
He said. And he did it twice.
He wanted to make sure she heard him.
And she said, physically decrepit and unable to do anything, but he still found a way to cheat. So when you ask me, do all men cheat? And I use him as a reference. Don't be mad.
And that's why a lot of women are using him as a reference as well, because their dark overlord told them.
And I use him as a reference.
Now look, the story is funny. I've been trying not to laugh the entire time, but he's still a poor example because he has the access to be such a cheat.
Would have never even let him have a female nurse. She would have seen that bitch come through the door and be like, nope, no, hell no.
Well, admittedly, she probably didn't think that, he was going to cheat on her. She underestimated him.
Why?
Yeah, that's a woman's fault for underestimating a man. He's still a man. That's probably why it's so dark as well, because he's half machine.
Oh, yes.
But there's still a man in there.
Yeah, no. Bring in the man.
Yes, he was wrong in many ways, regardless of how great he was. But the point is, he should be used in the category of rich and famous men for cheating, even if he had to wheel up to some coochie. Yeah? Have a nice day.